Hey guys, my name is Dr. Stan Schulte. Today I wanted to share with you guys a really interesting study that was done all the way back in the early 1920s. 1921, a medical doctor, his name was Henry Windsor, he's from Pennsylvania. He was questioning chiropractic and how he was asking the question, how is it that so many chiropractors are getting people healthy without drugs or surgery? And so what he did is he talked to the University of Pennsylvania and they allowed him to conduct a series of 3 different studies where he took, I believe it was 75 human cadavers and 22 cats. And his whole purpose was to see, he wanted to open the cadavers up and look at the segments of the spine to see how the spine and the nerves of the spine correlated to diseased tissues. So when they opened these up on these cadavers, they found 221 diseased organs. So I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to share my screen here. If you guys can see that, this is a chart, it might be a little bit tough to see, but what we're looking at is this is the spine. The spinal cord is housed inside that spine, and there's certain nerves that come out those areas. Those nerves are how the brain talks to, excuse me, these different organs and tissues. And so within this study, what he did is he found there were 221 diseased organs. He found that 212 of those had an interference to the nerve that was supplying that organ. So that is amazing. That means that there was nearly a 100% correlation between spinal misalignments and diseased organs. And what does this tell us? Well, let's look at heart disease, for example. So for heart disease, the heart is right in here. That's innervated. That means it gets its communication to the brain through T1 to T4. There were 20 diseased human beings there with heart disease, and there was 100% interference from T1 to T4. With the lungs, 20 more of those. The lungs are right in here. That also showed correlation to interference between T1 to T4. The stomach, liver, gallbladder, pancreas, spleen, kidney, prostate, bladder, uterus, all of those showed a correlation between, let's say there's gallbladder disease that these people died from. There was interference between T5 to T9 in one of those nerve roots, and that communication affected that gallbladder. So what does that tell us? That shows us that with chiropractic and within our office, what we do is our number one goal is to assess the nervous system. We have technology that allows us to do that. And we want to see if there's any abnormal curvature of the spine. We want to see if there's any abnormal tension in that spinal cord. Because if there is, we know from these studies, along with other studies out there, but this one was huge, showed us that if we're dealing with organ issues, whether we feel pain or not, there more than likely is an interference in that spinal cord. And so the first thing that we want to do, the number one thing we want to do, is to check and see if there's any misalignment, any interference, any abnormal tension in that spinal cord. You may not have any pain at all. Only about 5% of your nerves sense pain. So it's these other 95% that we want to really check and see. We have technology to see those patterns of interference. We have the tools and resources to release that tension, restore that communication. And if we do, now that we know this information from Henry Windsor, that medical doctor in the study done by the University of Pennsylvania, we now know that if we can clear that out, that is why so many people under chiropractic care are getting healthy. They're boosting the immune system, they're restoring the communication to the heart, the lungs, the digestive system, the reproductive organs, the bladder, the colon, all of that is being restored. So when we pair that, the restoration of the nervous system being cleared, and pair that with what we do in our office in supplying the body with the best nutrition, the best stress reduction, the best exercise. We use American herbs, Brazilian herbs, Chinese healing arts. We use everything in our office to help boost that body. When you restore that and communicate and restore that communication, you allow that nervous system to heal. You allow that body to function at 100%. And when you allow your body to function at 100%, your quality of life dramatically increases. And we're all here for a reason on this earth. My goal is to allow you all to function and express that health at its highest level so you can live out your God-given purpose at 100%. Interesting study. Hope you guys found that valuable. If you're interested in sharing it, go ahead and feel free to do that as well. There are a lot of people suffering out there with organ issues, and they don't yet know that chiropractic can help. So please share that information. I appreciate it. Have a great day.